Yes, yes, it's another one season challenge. But what we're going to do this time? Challenge accepted. Hope you're well, crew. So this is the second club we've gone with these milli challenges. Basically, until we get to FM22, we're kind of filling time doing these little one-off challenges. Viewer Graham challenged me to do this next one with a strikerless formation. Challenge accepted, my friend. Let's get to the team screen and see where we're going to go and do this. So I've decided we're going to go over to Italy, Serie A, and we're going to hit up Bologna, predicted to finish 14th, so down near the bottom. And let's see what we can do with them in their strikerless formation. Right, in we go. Bologna hire Davidson. Let's get to it. So here's the Bologna squad. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go strikerless. So, believe it or not, we go and check out our strikers. So, down the bottom, let's have a look. We haven't got actually that many out-and-out strikers, which is not a bad thing. Falcinelli, Santander. What I'm looking for in strikers, for a strikerless system, I'm not concerned that they're not officially recognised as able to play in that spot there. I'm looking more at attributes, and then I'm going to retrain them straight away and start playing them there. For example, Riccardo Orsolini, who is a winger, is going to be one of my shadow strikers in this strikerless formation because he's got the attributes that I need for him to work. So it doesn't matter that the game thinks he can't play there. The first thing I do is I'll go over to his training, knock it down, and I'll get him training from the get-go in pre-season in this new role of shadow striker. Now watch when I press this, the attributes are highlighted for shadow striker. You can't tell me this man can't play there. It's all perfect. Acceleration you're going to need, pace, dribbling, finishing composure like a striker, off the ball movement, passing, technique. That's perfect. So don't get pigeonholed into thinking they can't play there just because I haven't got that lovely pretty green colour. You can make them play there. Now this is the updated transfers from this summer. So interestingly, Bologna have got Marco Arnautovic. And again, the game says he can't play there. But look where he can play, right? Anywhere down the left, anywhere down the right, and up front. So you're telling me he can't play in the middle? Yes, he can play in the middle. So let's do exactly what we just did. Yes, he's a bit older, but it doesn't matter. Shadow striker, get learning. There you go. And then he's going to be another shadow striker. And we're straight onto the screen now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go from scratch. Create your own style and let's go. So everything is blank. First off, I'm going to pull the two strikers into the AM position. So now we are officially strikerless. Even the game says 4-4-2-0. They're wondering what we're doing. And I want two shadow strikers because they're going to be a little bit higher up and they're going to do them forward runs like that. The rest of the setup I quite like that. I've seen various strikerless formations where these boys are a bit higher up, but because we're such a weak team, Bologna, I'm going to keep these boys back a bit and two central midfielders and a flat four. I'm just going to work on the roles now a bit. As we're working on the roles, we'll have a look at the transfer budget. I like to keep it realistic like I did with Stevenage, so I'm not going to suddenly import over, I don't know, Mo Salah to Bologna. It's going to be the type of player that we need. Now, I'd like a bit of backup in that shadow striker area, so I'm going to have a little sniff around. Maybe a loan signing from one of the big boys, something like that. Bang! For example, this fella, Jorge, from Juve, he's a striker, and he's got the super potential to go into that shadow striker role, so I can use him as a backup for the two boys that I've selected. So I'm going to get this man. Let's get him in. Let's make an offer for a loan signing. It's not crazy, 70 grand a month. Wages, yeah, we'll go with that. And let's get Jorge in, and that's the sort of signing we'll make. I might not even make any other signings, because when I looked at the squad, it's pretty well balanced. It's quite deep, and there's plenty of cover in places, so I want to keep it real and not make too many transfers. So this is totally different from the last challenge. The last challenge I looked at the squad and then I put the formation in. This time I've been challenged to do a strikerless, so I'm having to force players in, so it's a different way of doing things. As I'm building this strikerless system, I'll show you this. So generally when you're building a strikerless, you keep your defensive line standard or lower. You can go higher, but I like to keep it standard. Now what you'll notice here is your line of engagement is always led by your strikers. So if you've got strikers and you go a much higher line of engagement, it ends up being somewhere up there, really pressing high. Now we haven't got any strikers, so leading the line of engagement and the pressure is the shadow strikers. Now look at this. So higher line of engagement is there, way outside the box. Much higher, still way outside the box. So that's your limit on where you get able to do it in a strikerless formation. So it is a defensive formation, and that's where we're going to set it. Because of that, you can't really stay at a mentality of balance because you're just going to be stuck back here. So we ramp it right up to attacking. Some occasions we might go very attacking. Why do we go attacking? Because we get the ball faster forward. And we're looking to get these boys the ball quicker. And these boys, because I've decided that I'm going to go attacking wingers as well, with a couple of hard-working midfielders. So maybe a box-to-box and a ball-winning midfielder in there to provide a bit of steal. I don't want the fullbacks bombing on, because I'm literally just asking winger 1 and 2 and shadow striker to do the creative work. So we'll hold these boys back. I like wing-backs on defence because they get into that sort of area and hold, and then they can just feed balls in. Because we've got these 1, 2, 3, 4 runners, it makes sense to pass a bit into space, right? I want the tempo really high because we're literally going to be bombing it up. Play out defence so we're not just hoofing it aimlessly. Happy with this so far. We'll tweak it as we go though. There's proper no point in mixed crosses or whip crosses because the boys might not be in there. So we'll go low crosses, which will encourage the wingers to get a little bit higher up. Work the ball in the box, because what's the point of having early crosses, right? This is full throttle when we're chasing the ball, so we'll get all these lot counter pressing and a counter, so bang and bang. And out of possession, it's all about winning this ball back and getting attacking, so we're going to go extremely urgent, prevent short distribution. I'm happy with this so far. Might even slip in a cheeky offside trap, so we push up and squash this space a bit more. And I think that will be the one we go with. We'll make a couple of other variations of it in case it goes a little bit tits up. Remember what I said about players not wanting to go into that formation. So if I press quick pick, I guarantee Orsolini and Arnautovic won't be where I want them to go. So we'll quick pick it. Let's see. And yep, look, they put Orsolini and Arnautovic out wide. And we're not having that. We're going to have Orsolini there, Arnautovic there. I mean, this is my ideal team, and it's not just the shadow strikers I'm going to have to retrain as well. Barrow here wants to play higher up. I mean, if he can play there, right, as an inside forward or a winger, whatever, left foot strong, right foot strong, why can't he play there? So again, exactly the same. We'll get to training, and it's ideal time to do it, obviously, in pre-season training. Midfield left, he's awkward at the minute, but he won't be. He's going to be my winger, because look at it. Pace, acceleration, dribbling. He's perfect for a winger role. That's where he's going. I'm pretty happy with it though. Soriano in midfield, a bit of a touch of class. 13.5 mil at Bologna. That's decent. Great passing, first touch. It's not ideal for a box-to-box. His tackling's not great, but he's going to sit in that role because he's got great work rate and teamwork as well. Happy with that. Other than that, I'm happy. Cal George will hopefully come in from Juve. Let's get pre-season done. I'll come back in 5 or 6 games and we'll see if this has gone tits up or if we're onto something. Just before we go to that, there's the season preview. So 150 to 1, predicted to finish 13th. You've got huge games like Juve, Inter, Napoli, Milan, Lazio, Roma, Atalanta. I mean, how do you finish above these boys? What's going to be a good result for this? For 13th, top 10 would be mint. If we can get top 7, squeeze them into Europe, that's the goal. So as you can see, it's gone pretty damn well. Now, I won't lie, we've had a decent start to the season in terms of fixtures, but the team have played brilliantly. We're somehow top of the bloody league. But now we've got Inter Milan away, so this is the big test. Okay then, here we go. There's Inter in their familiar three at the back system. Up against us in our unfamiliar strikerless. Check out the league table. This is wild to look at still. 5 games in, Bologna sitting pretty. 1-4, drawn 1. This is the big test though. 11 minutes gone, completely getting dominated in terms of possession as we expected. Lautoro's got through, mistake by the fullback, that was lucky. Under the cosh here, under the cosh. Free kick coming in from Kolarov and it's sunk in, what a ping. Not a lot we can do about that, I'm afraid. Kolarov, like he does, look at that, oh my days man. How do we respond? How do we respond? Here we come, Soriano, Svanberg. Ball over the top, giving away too much. Lautoro's in, and it's a huge couple of blocks there from the crew. It's been a tough half. Here's Barella charging through the middle. Big tackle. Skov Olsen gives it to no one, that's disappointing. Into build from the back. Just looking at our setup, okay, but we're just getting dragged about a bit. And Bay gets across. Ball over the top again, it's Brooks and Lautaro. Sanchez, big save. Gonna have to change something at half time, I think. Half-time whistle goes. The stats are pretty damning, aren't they? 0 shots at all. We haven't given them much, but we need to do something high up the pitch. Slight tweak. We're going to push the left-hand side right up a bit, see if that helps. The other issue you've got with these high-intense players, you can see the boys in midfield are pretty tired now, both of them, and the left winger. So it really does sap energy. We've got an attack brewing, have we? Sylvester Dominguez, it's cleared. It's another counter-attack coming. There's Lautaro Martinez, Skorupski, who's having a worldie. Keeps him out. Orsolini's brought down. That looks like it could be. It is, it's a red card, so it's a shame we haven't got longer to capitalise on that. Full time, 1-0, but look at the stats. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. So the great start of the season is over with that defeat to Inter. I mean, you watched it. It could have been a lot worse, that. Food for thought, but we've started well. Check out the league table then. So that leaves us in 4th after 6 games. It looks like teams that are in and around us a bit lower can't really deal with us, but the higher up teams like Inter just destroyed us there. So we might have to do a few tweaks. When we come back to the next episode, will be the back end of the season. We'll see what we've done in this one season with Bologna, with Strikerless. Wouldn't you know it, the very next game after that wrap up for the video, we beat Juve 2-1.